Hey babes, welcome back.
How you guys doing? Good
How's
to see
life?
you.
No, one thing that always cracks me up is whenever Allie gets on the phone, my sister, she's always like, "How's life?" And she talks to the same people every
What?
day.
How's life? You have something right here. Yeah.
I was about to say, can you just take it off?
See, I'm that friend. I
Thank
hate
you.
when you hang out with somebody for like hours and then you finally go to the bathroom. You're like, bro, you were gonna
Right.
tell me I had something right here, or like.
I
I
hate
like
when
that.
people tell you like you have something, and then you spend 5 minutes trying to take it off, and they're like, "No, right there, you missed it,
Yeah.
right there." I'm like,
Like,
can
I'll
you
be
just
like, can I
remove it?
just-
Like, right?
Can I just?
Like, can I just move it out the way for you? Okay, so how do you balance between, say, staying home all day with Kaya, still having time for yourself? Now you're working again, so now you can add in serving, but then also still have time to wind down with Malik and do one-on-one things. That eye roll.
I'm not gonna. I'm gonna be honest. I don't have it all down packed. Like, and then you have your moments where you're like, oh, I don't feel like doing that. Like, I don't feel like fixing myself a bubble bath. Like, I'm not about to go do that tonight.
Every night.
Like, I'm not doing that
To be
today. I'm
realistic
skipping.
too, like, I mean.
Yeah, like, so I'm still like learning how to juggle because now I have 3 extra things in my life. It's the podcast, work, and then my rugs. So I'm still trying to find a way to schedule myself around these times. And I mean, I'm going to go to work regardless.
Right.
That one's a set in stone. The
Right.
podcast is going to get done regardless. It's the rugs that I'm trying to like find a way to get in. But other than that, like the way I find my balance to start my day is like I have to wake up and I have to go brush my teeth, use the bathroom, maybe change my clothes. If Kaya just so happens to still be sleeping, jump in the shower, like do stuff for me. I'm not ready to eat yet, so I have to wait. And then my whole day is dedicated to Kaya and the dogs. And then when Malik gets home, it's depending on, how tired he is, like for what he... I mean, of course he helps out, but like what balance is he bringing into the room when he comes in? Like, is he ready to like do stuff, or does he need like an hour to chill or what? But then, like usually I'm working till like 10 o'clock at night. Like doing stuff, like whether it's cleaning up or maybe I'm folding clothes because I always fold my clothes at night. But when I finally find time for myself, it's when I'm just laying down. Like usually now for me it's like watching TV or something, or maybe talking to one of my friends or something like that. Like I'm like her on FaceTime.
Yeah.
That's like my me time. I really was talking to Janae the other day and was telling her like I need to get back into reading, because like I have 3 new books that I haven't even opened. I haven't even touched, and I know that's something that used to like wind me down and get me ready to like go lay down, and because I mean I'll read in my bed, but get me sleepy.
Have you ever
stuff.
do you just like the action of reading a book, or have you ever tried listening to like audiobooks?
No, I can't. Like I'm a visual person, so I get distracted.
Yeah, I like to physically read a book. That's why I asked, because I was gonna say, while you're doing laundry, you can put on an audio if that's something that you like. But
that's the thing for me too, is like I don't just listen to podcasts. Like I like the visual ones, like how we do it. Like we can put them on YouTube and Apple Podcasts. Like you have an option. But if I'm watching I have to watch the podcast. That's the only way I'm gonna focus on what they're saying. Because then I could easily like start scrolling, read a post, and now I missed the sentence of what they said. Like, but if I'm watching it, then I'm in it.
Exactly.
I'm focused. And that's another thing that I'll do. Like maybe most of the time, like at night, like me and Malik are hanging out, and we're either doing our own things or we're watching a show together, or watching a podcast, or interviews and things like that.
Yeah.
So really, for me, finding my balance, like I haven't completely figured it all the way out yet, because every day is so different for me. But I'm working on it. But I do finally get my wind down time, but then that makes me stay up late because I'm enjoying my me time.
Yeah.
Because like I said, I'm doing stuff until like 10 o'clock at night. Like let's say we randomly get hungry, I'll come fix us something, or Malik will. Like it just depends who feels like getting up to do it. But You know, or like we have a new puppy, so he constantly has to go outside, and if he doesn't, he's obviously going to use the bathroom in the house. He's not housebroken yet. He's crate trained, but he's not really housebroken fully. So we're constantly cleaning up after him and stuff. It's just always something happening in this house. It's like a family of 6 in this house. Yeah. And there's only 5 of us. And that's only because there's 2 dogs. So yeah, what about you?
For me, I mean, to be realistic, I wish I could do certain things for myself every single day, but just being realistic, you know, I have a kid, you know, we have things that have to get done, and then just obviously giving some time to your spouse. Like, there's things that I can't get to every day, but one thing that I like to do is I like to do my nails, or I like to just like watch one of my binge watch one of my shows. So that's why I kind of like try to fit in things when I can. Like, if I want to binge watch something, I might wash clothes and then I'll fold all of my laundry while just watching TV. Or like to do my nails, sometimes I'll do it when Milo takes a nap, or like in the evening when Jamal's home after work, then, you know, he'll take his time and spend time with Milo, and then I get to do my nails, or, you know, whatever it is that I want to do at that moment. Or like when I'm on FaceTime with my girlfriends, it'll be either Milo's taking a nap or Jamal's home, and, you know, he can kind of watch Milo. That way I can have like my own time to be on the phone. But pretty much like my daytime is like based all around Milo. It's more in the evening when I get that free time when Jamal's home and he wants to, you know, spend his quality time with Milo, or when we put him down to go to sleep, then we have some leeway where we can either do things like sometimes we'll watch TV together, or sometimes Jamal will watch his own stuff and then I might be watching my own stuff or just doing my own thing, but we're still like talking while we're in the midst of doing our own thing. So I would say, like, I mean, I found more of a balance since when I first came home with Milo. Yeah. But obviously your balance becomes a lot different than the balance that you had prior to having kids, you know, like... Yeah.
Especially as they grow older, they do different things at different stages. So they're napping different. They're going to bed at night different, you know. So then you judge it by the months that they're in. Exactly. Of how you can move around that. Especially... because we do the same thing. We bought like gel kits off of Amazon, so we do our own manicures now, mostly. And, you know, that takes at least an hour. Girl. Because, you know, you got to shape them perfect the way you want it. You got to file that stuff off. You got to soak it, file it more. And then you can finally start painting them. But then you got to be super careful because the gel is so sticky. Yes. You can't just go like this like regular. It's just a
girl, science. when I do my nails and like say... like Jamal's waiting on me like to watch something because he says I can't do both at the same time doing mine because, you know, to focus you're not really watching, right? Listening. So he'll be waiting for me and he'll be like, "You're still not done." I'm like, "I'm going on to the next hand now," and then he's like, "The next hand."
But
like,
you do one at a time,
girl. Yes, because sometimes like. Say if like I do it while Milo's sleeping, I'd rather do like one hand.
Get it done.
And then like if he wakes up, okay, I'm like, I'll do the other hand later. Okay. But now I hate that if I'm on like a mid-step, like say I'm on like my first coat of polish.
Yeah, you can't touch anything.
And then you can't touch nothing. So it's like, no, that's too much. So I do one hand at a time just in case if I got to do something
I used to get lucky. I know we keep talking about nails, but one more thing. I used to get lucky because I would just do them at night when I knew Kyle would at least sleep like 2 hours when he was still he was still in the bassinet, so this is like before 3 months. So I'll be like, okay, I'm going to do my nails, but if he wakes up, like, you got me, right? Because I just fed him, like, he doesn't want food, you know, just wake up. But I used to get lucky that he never woke up while I was in the middle of doing them. But once I was finished, like 30 minutes later, then he woke up. I was like, dude, at least you gave me my time. Right. And now he got a bedtime, so I could do it whatever day I want.
But, like, I mean, with finding, like, your balance to everything, it just depends on... you as an individual, and then obviously everything you have going on. Like, not everyone might have a child all day with them, or even like, you know, people that actually physically get up and go like to work in an office, or, you know, whatever it is that you do, coming home to take care of your child and, you know, spend time with your significant other, eat dinner, do chores, help out around the house. Like that's the same thing. You still have to find a balance for when you come back home and you hit reality.
Yeah.
Like, okay, I have to make dinner. I have to, help with the baby. I have to do X, Y, and Z. But it all just depends on prioritizing. Like for me, if I don't get to do something for myself throughout the day, it's not that big of a deal to me because my main priority is Milo. So if it doesn't get done, then it doesn't get done. I'm like, okay, well, I'll try if he goes to sleep, when he goes to sleep this evening, or I'll try again tomorrow. Or sometimes like I might be like, okay, Friday morning when he takes his first nap, I'm going to go ahead and do my nails. And if it's Tuesday, I'll wait till Friday. That way I already have a set time and a set plan. Then, I just go with the flow. But sometimes too, like making specific time plans don't always work when you're at home with the baby. So that's even like most of the time it works for me, but sometimes it doesn't. And with making a balance for everything, you can't get upset with it. You just kind of go with the flow.
It sounds like our me time is doing our nails.
Yeah.
Like that's the only thing we have time for right now.
Because I'm trying to think of like what else I do. Like, but I know like some girls like, if you're into makeup, that might be your time, like, to practice makeup or, to practice a new look. Or if you do hair, maybe like to style your, but, I don't.
Yeah, you finally got an hour to dye your hair. Right. Cute or
like for me, I haven't dyed my hair in the longest, and I don't plan on dyeing my hair, so that's out of the question. So like, if I want to blow out and straighten my hair, then I just make time like, okay, next time I have some downtime, I'm going to go ahead and do that.
Yeah, the lucky thing for me now with my hair being short, like I can actually fit that into my daily schedule. Yeah. Like if Kaya's here watching TV, I can just go to that sink right there, wash my hair, let it air dry a little bit, blow dry. Like it does not take long for me to do it. So that I've actually gotten to implement into my lifestyle every week because I'm enjoying like the straight bob. Yeah. So when I can do it, I go ahead and I do it. Or if we're hanging out for the weekend, I might do it or whatever we're doing. Yeah, so I've finally been able to implement that. So, I mean, that's another little form of self-care I get to fit into balancing and stuff.
Yeah.
But, also, I don't know if I ever told you this, but, like, me and Malik used to do, like, self-care Sundays. Mm-hmm. And, just do things, like, to care for ourselves, like, whether that's the day we're washing our hair or, like, I don't know, do a face mask or whatever we feel like doing that day. But, yeah. So that's part of finding my balance is finding a way to self-care for myself. Or do things I need to accomplish, like whether it's editing or whatever.
Jamal and I have established like Sunday is like our family day, like between Jamal, myself, and Milo. So like that's one thing where like if we don't get to do any one-on-one time throughout the week, at least we have like Sunday to look forward to. And for the most part, every Sunday, obviously, there's sometimes things come up like that we got to get done on Sundays, or like if we get invited to something on a Sunday. But for the most part, we're able to have our family day on Sunday. So like we might go out to eat, walk around, maybe go shopping. Just really anything that the three of us could really do together. I mean, it's not much, but it's just something like, to get out the house. Something. Yeah. Another thing Jamal and I do is like, we always, well, for the most part, obviously like anybody, things might come up, but mostly every day we go to bed together. So like we put Milo to sleep and then we'll both, like we might have an hour or two where we're doing our own thing, but like at a certain time, like we'll lay down, get off of our phones, watch something, or like we might just talk, but just to have like our own one-on-one type of bonding time, like right before we go to sleep. So yeah, that's like what we just try to do. Just, like between having a baby, going to work, things can get hectic, and then sometimes you even forget, like, oh shit, like, how was your day? Like, you forget because the minute they come home, like, you're like, okay, grab the baby. I got to do this. I got to do that.
Or even they'll walk in and you had something to tell them about your day. And it's like they walk in and you completely forgot about it because now you're focused on other things that you guys are doing. Yeah.
So things do get hectic, but you just got to kind of find that time that works for you. And every couple is different. So, like, what we do might not even work for the next couple. But those are things that Jamal and I are big on, even if it's just like an hour before going to sleep, just because that's what works for us.
Yeah.
We like the one-on-one time, and we always like to like lay down same time and like, you know, do something together as we're winding down.
So like if you guys are new parents and stuff, let us know what you guys do to find your balance, because even though you're a parent and your whole world is revolved around your child or your children, and that's your number one focus, you can't help anybody unless you help yourself, which we've told y'all before. And finding your balance is a key. Like I said, I haven't fully figured out my schedule, but I still find a way to balance out me getting into my own headspace and unwinding for the night, no matter what it is.
Yeah.
So, and I just feel like it's so important, because that like there's a thin line that you're treading when you don't find your balance, and then you end up feeling overwhelmed, or you might start feeling a little depressed, because then you're like, oh my god, I haven't done anything for me. I just want to take a shower. I haven't showered in 3 days because I've been so busy with a new baby. Because having a new baby is a different, like a whole different type of world. Like I like, you always hear like, oh, like having a baby is hard, and we're all like, well, yeah, I mean, I figured, but then you're in it, you're like, god dang, it really is hard. Like, it's not like taking care of your siblings. It's not like any of that, because they're yours.
Like, you can't hand them back to somebody.
Yeah, you're not babysitting them.
Right.
They're yours. So, and then you have to know how you want to raise them and all these things. Like, it's a whole different, like, ball field.
Yeah.
Like, it's a whole different thing. Yeah. I'm trying to think what else, like, for that I do really, like, things that help me find a balance is, like, getting away from like the chaotic stuff of hearing like the cartoon songs all day long. Like if I'm in the kitchen maybe making lunch, or maybe I'm making dinner or something, I like to play music or something while I'm in the kitchen, so I could just like go into a different space in a different world and focus on what I'm doing, and not have to hear every noise and feel like I need to go check on it, or like get annoyed by the damn cartoons, because that's all we be watching all day. I know I'm not the only one, but I just do little things like that. And then and then the best thing for me, I think the key to helping me balance things out a little easier for me was Kaya going to sleep at a certain time. Because then I really do have that time to myself, or to me and Malik, or he has his own time now. It's not like we're handing each other the baby or nothing, or like we're trying to put him to bed and he won't. Like, that really helped out a lot. I can honestly say.
Yeah.
But yeah. And now that you have Milo going to sleep at it, like, you know, when he's ready, but like he has a stretch of sleep, excuse me, that could probably help you guys I keep wanting to say rewind instead of unwind. Like unwind at the end of the night when you are together talking, or watching a show, or just chilling in silence. Like, that stuff actually helps a lot. I cannot lie. That you would want to implement, that you would like to add to yourself when you have your own time, when you're balancing out your life in your day to day? Like
to add to, just like for me?
Yeah.
Like to pleasure
like what you
me.
do for yourself.
I want to start journaling.
Oh yeah, see that's
like just like, well, journaling anything really, just to, if there's things like that I forget to speak up about like during the day, like, you know, at least I could like put it on paper, and then like, you know, it's kind of like like my body's like refreshed from,
you let it out,
right, from whatever, you know, I'm thinking or going through. But then also, like, I want to do better with like journaling, like as Milo starts to hit certain milestones, be able to like just document it, like, oh yeah, on this day, like this happened. But more so like for myself, where it's like I can kind of just relieve anything that I'm thinking, like, because I mean, not that, you know, like when you're doing so many different things throughout the day, like, you know, you might think a few things to yourself, or like, you know, you might want to do something differently, or you might need to do something to make yourself like get out of a funk. But, you know, at the end of the day, you really forget, because it's like, okay, my whole day is dedicated to my baby and my life, obviously. So I just feel like journaling might be a thing where it's like, okay, at the end of the night, you know, before, like after I put Milo to sleep and before I do anything with Jamal, just like take a few minutes to journal how my day was, you know, like if I was able to reach any goals that day, you know, what I would look forward to for the next day or what I want to try to do the next day. I feel like that would kind of like organize my life a little bit more too. Like, so.
And it helps you decompress.
Right. So that's one thing that I would really like to get into, which, I mean, it wouldn't be hard, but it's just actually like doing it, you know?
And remembering too. Like,
exactly.
I've journaled in the past, like actually written journaling. Mm-hmm. And like I'll stick with it for a couple days and then one day I just forget. Yeah. So then I don't end up doing it and then I keep forgetting and then I go back a month later, I'll be like, damn, I haven't written in that long. So what I do now is like, I still don't do it every single day. But when it pops up, I'll go ahead and journal on my phone. Like I have like a couple apps that are journaling apps, or I'll use my notes. And the journaling apps I use, I could recommend it to you. They'll give you a notification that like, hey, you didn't journal today, like don't forget. I have one app that I can recommend to you because it'll send you a notification like, hey, don't forget to journal.
Oh yeah,
today.
that's what I need.
So, and I mean, most of the time I see it and I still scroll past it, so it doesn't really help.
Maybe
but
do you have it? Well, could you change like what time the alert is sent?
Yeah, you can change it.
Okay, maybe you got to do it like a 9 p.m. alert or something, like something later in the day where you're like already in the process of decompressing, where you're like, oh, okay, perfect, I can go ahead and journal.
I can go ahead
not
and
have it at like 3 o'clock where it's like, you know, you're in the middle of,
like I'm driving right now, I can't journal, bitch.
Then you just cleared and, you know.
Then you never even realize it and then you don't remember to go back to it.
Because that even happens to me, like if I'm in the middle of doing something and I get like a text, there's sometimes I forget that I even, like I might see it or I might be like, okay, Nicole texted me, let me make sure to go into the message later. And I might forget, and then it's 10 o'clock at night, sometimes 2 in the morning, and I'm like, oh shit, I'm just now seeing this. But
so then that would help because I do the same thing. Like somebody could text me, and let's say I'm washing dishes, I'll be like, okay, I'll text them back. But then the first thing I do is pick up my phone and just unlock it. Like I didn't even read those notifications that were right there. I don't know who texted me right now. I'm sorry, y'all, but. I'm bad with stuff on my phone. Really, I have my phone for my own pleasure. Yeah. It's like I don't even communicate for real on there. I only talk to one person every single day and that's her. And it's not all day long either, most days. So yeah. But I wonder what else we can do to like implement finding balances in life with all this. And I also wonder what it's going to be like when we have multiple children, like 2 or 3 or however many. Like life definitely changes. Yeah. Cause think about it, like perfect example, Paradise and Jonathan. Junie's 2, Brayden's a couple months old. Like that's not a huge gap, but it's a gap. It's a difference. So you're doing new things with the baby that you were doing a long time ago with Junie. Yeah. But then you're also taking care of Junie through his new milestones, like potty training or whatever else he's at now, and teaching him like ABCs and all that stuff, and then. Like, I don't know.
The good thing feel like is...
I'm not going to lie. I want a lot of kids, but I get scared sometimes. I feel like it'll be overwhelming.
I feel like if you have more than one kid, you definitely have to take the time and definitely, like, cater a certain amount of time to each kid throughout the day. Because obviously, like, you know, like you said, everyone is reaching different milestones. I do definitely feel like, though, like... Say, like, so back to Junie and Brayden, you know, like, Paradise and Jonathan have been through the newborn, through the infant stage before. So, this stage might feel a little bit more smoother than how the stage went with Junior. But just like anybody, everybody is different. So, you still, it's like you're more comfortable in that stage. But you're still going to be learning new things because the baby is different. So the baby does different things than your first child.
And you probably even feel different too.
Right. But I feel like it's probably like one of those things where like you're comfortable and then you might learn something new. But obviously now when you have more than one kid, all of them will be reaching different milestones at different times. Yeah. So I definitely feel like probably like just catering specific time to a specific child.
I also feel like that's probably why a lot of moms who do have maybe just one kid or multiple kids, they dedicate the morning for their time. Like they'll wake up at 5 and go to the gym or do what, like if they're gym moms or whatever, go for a run. Like they implement that morning time before the whole house is up to take care of themselves, which makes sense because then they go do that for an hour, come back by the time the kids are about to wake up, shower, get dressed, get ready for the day, start doing breakfast, drop-offs, things like that. Yeah. So, yeah.
That is true. I didn't think of that.
Yeah.
That's a wake up.
I always thought, like, dang, girl, you powerful. You waking up at 4 to go to the gym before everybody wakes up? Like, god damn. But now, I mean, it makes sense because then at nighttime, you still can have wind down time, but then that's more dedicated to your relationship. Yeah. It's not just dedicated to yourself. Right. It's not like you're, you know, I mean, you still do things separately, but it's the time you finally get to spend together. Yeah. So that morning time is probably just her personal time. Right. Before she does everything for the kids. Goodness. Yeah, I guess that's a smart way to implement it too. Yeah. But I'm like, look, I'm in love with sleeping. So if I could get an extra 20 minutes, I'm down.
See, so, for me, I don't know about, well, I guess too, you got to think if working out is something that you want to do or that's one of your desires, then it's beneficial to get up that early, you know? Yeah.
It is though too because working out gives you energy, so it boosts you. Right.
I'm a morning person, so I do like to, like even on the weekends, I probably wake up the latest, maybe 9:30.
Did you do that before you had Milo? Mm-hmm. Even on the weekends?
So like Jamal and I are like really morning people.
Serial killer,
like,
nigga.
I mean, when I was younger, I would like sleep into like 11, 12, but literally, like, Jamal and I, before having Milo, like, we would wake up on a Saturday by, like, 9:30, make breakfast, go on about our day. On vacation, we're the couple that's up by, like, 7:30, 8 o'clock because we're on vacation. But, I mean, I don't know. I guess, like, my body, well, for so many years, I was getting up early to go to work. Yeah. And then same for Jamal. He all his years in college, he had early classes. Mm-hmm. So, and we're just both morning people. So, it's kind of like, I don't know, the latest I ever sleep in is maybe 9:30, if that. I mean, now, don't get me wrong, there might be days where I stay in bed, but not just, you know, sleeping till noon or 1 o'clock or whatever.
That'd be a luxury if you get to sleep. Sorry, I'm getting so distracted. That's a luxury if you actually get to sleep that long. Yeah. That's like before, me and Malik used to do, like, Saturdays, like, if we didn't have plans, obviously. Mm-hmm. Saturday you could sleep in, I'll be up with Kai, and Sunday I get to sleep in. Mm-hmm. Since we both had to wake up early to like go to work or take care of Kai and Mars at the time. But yeah. I don't know. I do really want to start going back to the gym. That's something I want to implement.
I want to start going back too.
But it's just working my schedule, you know, like it would like I mean I would just have to see what time the gym closes now because I'm sure their hours have adjusted.
And then maybe you could just go after work, the days that you work.
Yeah, and then, like, even after I put Kai down at 7, I can go, but I don't know. I just have to do it, you know? Like, I have to actually, when we get off of this, I need to Google what time they close. Because even there's a gym here in my neighborhood that I can go to, but they're only open till 8. Mm-hmm. But, I mean, it gives me some time to do something, you know? Yeah. Or at least start maybe practicing there, like, what I want to do, have it all planned out, like, okay, so when I go to the gym, I'm going to do this on Monday, this on Tuesdays, this on, you know, like, have it scheduled. Yeah. So, I think that's something that I would do. I need to do. Because I said so much that I would do it after I stopped breastfeeding, and then I just, like, never did it. Yeah. Like, I became, like...
stagnant.
Yeah. Yeah. Complacent. So, yeah, I'm going to do that. Hopefully. I need to stop playing. It'll be good for me too, especially since we don't do anything. I don't get any exercise. Yeah. Cleaning is my only exercise. Yeah. And who the fuck, like, no. Yeah. That's not real.
I mean, do you ever like one thing I've implemented into most of my days is Milo and I, we usually go for walks throughout the day. So like maybe like around, obviously it depends like if I had something to do that morning or whatever, but usually like around 2-3 o'clock we'll go for a walk around the neighborhood, and we might be outside for maybe like an hour just walking around, but it gives it where like say if we didn't do anything that day and we were just home, it gives it where we both have some time to spend outside, because my thing is like I never want for like Milo to like just like feel like he's like trapped, like, or like, you know, like being in the house all day also like suffocates you. So like I like to like at least take him outside one, you know, like if it's just for that walk, like at least just that walk, and then, you know, like he can get fresh air, look at the trees, you know. Now like everything's so beautiful outside because it's fall, so there's so many different colors, you know. He gets to see other people that happen to be walking around the neighborhood. He gets to see the cars driving by. So like for the most part, during the week, like I'll try to do that walk at least once a day. And then there might be some days where like Jamal gets home and then like, you know, he's like, you know, let's just go to dinner. So then obviously like, you know, Milo has that second burst of being outside and like, you know, we get to go out to eat or whatever. And then on the weekends, I mean, we're always doing something on the weekends. So it's really like just the focus during the week that I want him to be able to get fresh air or like, you know, just see outside. So that's like one thing, and it helps me. Outside too. Yeah, and it helps me because it's like I get fresh air, and you know, walking just helps like ease your mind. You know, like I just feel like when I get back from a walk, I feel refreshed. We take showers and then we chill, and like I'm just like, okay, we're refreshed now. Yeah. So. Excuse me.
But I don't know. Let us know what else we could implement. What you guys do in your routines for your day. If you don't have a routine, what do you want to start doing? If you're preparing for a baby, if you're watching this and you ain't got no kids, what do you do with your day? Like, I mean, I could easily say like before I had Kaya, like my day consisted of like going to work, maybe hanging out with my friends after work and with Malik after work, like. But it was like. And then, I mean, if I was home, just chilling together, or even before we lived together, just chilling at the house, watching something, or reading a book or something, because that's when I was, like, adamantly reading, things like that. So, like, similar, but
it's just you got to make the time for things. Like, just like anything else with the baby, it's going to take a big chunk of your life. So you got to just try to implement things that work for you, or like schedules that work for you, that way you can still be able to handle everybody, including yourself.
You can't forget about yourself. Don't let that happen. And it's a good habit to start having from when you have the baby, because they're kind of calmer, because they're so little, they can't really do nothing, they're not really making too much noise,
they're sleeping most of the day.
You can put them in the swing and go take a shower. That's what I used to do, was wake up in the morning, feed Kaya, put him in the swing outside the bathroom, leave the door open, turn the TV on just so that he has noise and stuff, because he wasn't really watching it. But just so he's not sitting in silence. Take my shower, get ready for the day, put on a full outfit so I feel refreshed. Because I can't, if I don't wash my face at least or something in the morning, I feel like so groggy all day long. It's gross. And it just makes you want to take a nap. So no. So that was something I implemented. Maybe you new parents could do the same thing if you're comfortable doing that. Because, I mean, as long as they're strapped and safe in the swing, they're okay. And you don't need an hour shower. Just clean up, get to the point where you feel refreshed, and then you hop out.
Most of the time, like for me, during the day when I take a shower, it's like a quick 5-minute shower. And then like later on in the evening, that it's either like if Jamal's home that he's with the baby, or like if we have already laid Milo down for the night, then I'll go take like, you know, an actual thorough shower, you know, like maybe 10 minutes or something. But like during the day, it's more of a just like, okay, not a rinse, but I'm using soap,
rinse and repeat.
Just like a quick thing, you know, to hurry up and attend to the baby and obviously everything that I got to get done. But in the evening is when I take like more time. I might wash my hair. Take advantage and, you know, sit under the hot water.
Just stand there and let your hair like get soaked and just relax and breathe.
But
maybe play a song while you play some music while you're in there.
Oh, I love listening to music while I'm showering. I love listening to me. When I'm showering, when I'm cooking, and when I'm cleaning, I love
cleaning, it's a must that you play music. It's a freaking must. But y'all let us know. What did I say? What you guys be doing with your routine? What you would like to add? Give us advice on what we can add to ours to feel like, you know, more sane, like keep our sanity together. Because after taking care of somebody else all day, you be like, damn, like I forgot to eat, or I forgot to finish my cup of water, or you know, just random stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah, but let us know. I hope you guys like that episode though, and please drop some advice for us too, so we could start adding more things to.
Yeah, and let us know what you got, like if there's anything that you guys like or like dislike, and then because I mean we want your feedback on the podcast as well. So I mean if there's anything that you like or that you would really like to see us speak about, anything that you really dislike or maybe not care for within the podcast, you know. Just let us know. We would like some type of feedback.
We have like a list of topics, but we keep waiting to implement certain things for certain occasions, you know? Yeah. But, I mean, if you guys ask for it enough, we'll obviously just go ahead and throw it out there. But we're glad that you guys are watching anyway. So. Yes, we love the support. We appreciate it. Thank y'all so much. But yeah. All right, guys. Well, catch us next week. We hope you enjoyed the video. Follow us. Email us. Yeah. DM us. Comment, like, subscribe, share, tell post, a friend. Subscribe. Do all that. All right, thank you guys. See you later.